the latest. Police spokesperson Charles Owino has said the police have no apologies for shooting the demonstrators. Police maintain that the protesters were not holding peaceful demonstrations but were assaulting police officers who were protecting their own lives. Charles Owino says they will arrest anyone who goes against the law regardless of their political leaning. He further said no protests or riots will miss an armed officer to protect property, the protesters themselves, and even the public as well.
If it is established that you threaten the life of that policeman, he has a right to protect himself. And don't be lied to by any leader. Every riot party must have an armed party. That is what we are trained, that is what it is. Don't be lied to that those guns do not have, we don't have live bullets. Yes, we will use rubber bullets as we used and they got finished and you are almost killing our officers. But at the end of the day, that gun must be protected. 50 of them may have rubber bullets, but 1 or 2 will have what? Live ammunition. So be aware as a youth that we protect those guns and you cannot reach them. And I thank officers because we would have lost very many lives yesterday. Please play your politics, but don't play it with the police. Let the leaders not run. Don't leave the children to be battered. Don't run away. Remain there and stick with them. So that because you are the one who is leading the procession. Why are you running away? If what you are doing is right, why are you running away? Don't run away. We'll simply arrest you and charge you. Nothing else. But when you leave the youth uncontrolled because you are the convener, if you are the convener, you must remain with them. Whatever happens, you must remain with them. And if you run away, it is unfortunate.
Meanwhile, the Supreme Council of Kenya Muslims, that's SUPKEM, has condemned yesterday's killings of anti-IEBC demonstrators. Chairperson Professor Abdul Ghaffar El-Busaidi is calling on President Uhuru Kenyatta and court leader Raila Odinga to swallow their pride and negotiate ahead of the 2017 general elections. He rubbished National Assembly Majority Leader Aden Duale's claim that IEBC commissioners are under attack because 5 of them are Muslims. The SUPKEM leaders said Duale's utterance were a recipe for tribal violence.
Na hakika wote, ikiwa ni opposition, ikiwa ni serikali, ikiwa ni nani, jambo muhimu zaidi ni mafanikio ya nchi yetu ya Kenya. Kwa sababu mimi nasikiza redio zote hizi nyingi za dunia, utaona jana wakitangaza kuwa watu kadhaa wamekufa Kenya kwa sababu ya maandamano kadhaa kadhaa. Na haya si mazuri kwa nchi yetu ya Kenya. Wajua sisi moja katika nguzo ya iktisad au economy yetu ya Kenya ni tourism. Na sisi ikiwa itakuwa mvutano ni huu utaendelea, sisi twaivunda ile nguzo ya iktisad.
And to the corridors of justice, Mohamed Ali Fazal has a case to answer. Shanzu Principal Magistrate Diana Mochache has ruled that the alleged Ivory Kingpin Fazal has a case to answer of allegations that they owned 3 tons of ivory found at a car yard in Chuda, that's in Mombasa, in June 2013. Andrew Chieng has all the details.
After the prosecution had presented its case for several months, it will now be Fazal's turn to defend himself. Shanzu Principal Magistrate Diana Mochache ruled that the prosecution had proven that the 5, including Fazal, had connections with the 3 tons of ivory impounded at a car yard in Chuda in Mombasa 3 years ago. In his no case to answer submissions, however, Fazal's lawyer Gekandi Ngibwene had tried to argue otherwise.
From the totality of the evidence, Your Honor, we urge the court, when the court looks at the entire record, the court will not see anything, even one small sentence, or an iota of it, to show that Fazal had any knowledge of any ivory tusks that were stored at the go down of accused number 2, 3, and 4, as I say.
Gikandi had also wanted the case to be concluded in the next 2 weeks, as his client, who has remained in custody over the duration of the case, had been taken ill. The court has now set 2nd and 3rd of next month for the accused to submit their defense. Andrew Ochieng, NTV.
So questions have been raised over 1.5 billion shillings allocated in the 2014-2015 financial year for the elevation of Kisii, Malindi and Isiolo airstrips. Leaders in the respective counties, together with the parliamentary committee, have asked Treasury to explain how the money was used. Kisii Governor James Ongwae says the only infrastructure to show for the project money is a toilet, a septic tank, a car park, waiting bay and a fence. He has expressed concern over possible misuse of the funds.
The money is not good. So you end up having a contracted budget without us being informed. What happened to the money anyway?
Youth and Gender Affairs Cabinet Secretary Cecily Kariuki has relaunched NYS projects in Embu County, warning against politicization of the program. She said the youth will be trained in entrepreneurship, life skills and patriotism so as to stop being earners of wages and instead become the owners of the capital. Speaking during the relaunch of the project in Embu County, the CS said the government has learned from the failures of the pilot program and will ensure that the new one is a success. The CS said in the new structure, payment will be on a weekly basis through SACCOs using a Visa card and not using M-Pesa as before. Runyenje's Member of Parliament Cecily Barire urged the CS to ensure timely payment in order to avoid protest over pending payments. About 1,350 youth have been registered in Runyenje's and another 1,350 in Manyata constituency.
Your money is in a special KCB account. And as soon as we finish registration process of your 6 SACCOs, that money will be in the SACCOs. We must agree you have to turn that money into some economic activity of your own. So we must identify economic activities which, even as you continue to work for this phase when we are here with you, more than what you have already saved, isn't it?
Also, a property of Nonun Valley has been destroyed after fire raised Mbalambala Member of Parliament Abdikadir Aidan's home, that's in Kilimani right here in Nairobi. It is said that the fire started at the neighbor's house and spread to the MP's house. According to Kilimani OCPD Peter Katam, the fire incident at Kirichwa Heights Apartments occurred at around 8 p.m. The cause of the fire is still unknown. There were no injuries that were reported.
We have come to do a follow-up of the investigation. So far, we are yet to establish the cause of the fire because the fire began from the other apartment and it spread across this way. From my assessment, the fire did not start from the kitchen, from the other apartment. It was not damaged. So we are investigating the possibility of an electric fire. As to what caused it, that one is subject to investigation.
When I came here, I met about 3 people trying to put out the fire. They had fire extinguishers and they entered one of the rooms here where the fire started from, and they were trying to put out the fire, but at a point, the smoke was heavy and there was already flame all over the place. So, and it was dangerous for us to stay in at that time. So we asked everybody to come out.
Some sporting action now. World Rugby 7 Series leading try scorer Collins Injera has revealed that his senior brother Humphrey Kayange and his parents watched him play in the final leg in London, inspired him as he sought to become the leading try scorer of all time. Injera crossed the line 4 times on the opening day of the final round of the 2015-2016 Sevens World Series in London, taking him past the previous record of 230 tries set by Argentina's Santiago Gomez Cora. His older brother, Humphrey Kayange, set him up for his 231st try in the dying seconds of Kenya's 29-12 defeat by France. Injera says he's now focusing on helping Kenya win a medal at the upcoming Rio Olympics in August. The team that arrived in the country last evening finished 7th with 98 points in the overall World Rugby Series standings.
I have no target as per se. All I'll do, I'll keep on playing. I think numbers are there to be broken, records are there to be broken, but for me, I'll just keep on playing the game, and hopefully where it will reach, I hope, hopefully it will be too high for someone to catch up. You never know.
You never know indeed. My name is Trevor Ombija. Always a pleasure being with you. Catch up again at 7 and at 9. See